So we are back here on the Choose954 podcast with local artist, curator, and philanthropist, Katya Neptune of Art Heart. Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
And if you didn't know about Choose954, we started a social movement to cultivate culture and community here in Broward County, keep people to know what's going on, and with the podcast, we aim to connect you with amazing people like her that are doing great things in the community, and maybe you wouldn't have found out about otherwise. So we're happy to have Katya on here previewing her latest event with a phenomenal organization, Art Heart. And we're doing it from the Bailey Arts Contemporary Center in Pompano, although the event's going to be at the Ally Cultural Arts Center. Ally is a little bit noisy on a Saturday, so we're doing it here with some exhibiting works you can expect to see in the show. But without further ado, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Like I was saying earlier before we got disconnected, well, I'm primarily a mom, and I really put aside exhibiting and working on my own art to focus on Art Heart and to create and organize it. It really does take a lot of work. Because my primarily goal from the very beginning, even when I was an exhibiting artist, was to raise money for charity and specifically for the kids in Rwanda. And so that's what I did in 2009. We've given to different charities like Not Fashionable, World Vision, His House Children's Home, which is an orphanage in North Miami. And while I was trying to find an organization who I could trust and support, an organization that works with Rwandan children. And when I did, and discovered We Are Zoe, I went with the founder, not the founder, yes, the founder. There was two. One was a Rwandan citizen. And anyway, we went with a group, went to Rwanda, I brought my daughter, and continue to do Art Heart. And we've been supporting We Are Zoe for 5 years now.
Nice.
The first group of children that we sponsored two groups total, and they're enrolled in a 3-year empowerment program. And so the first group have graduated, and now we're working with the second group, and they should be graduating next year,
Awesome.
Next year. And so that has been the focus. We Are Zoe. And last year I went to Haiti in April with the founder of Vision of Hope. They only work in Cap Haitian, and witnessed their work, absolutely loved it. It's their model with empowering children was similar to We Are Zoe. They're not just seeking aid, but
Sure.
really changing the lives of kids and by providing them education and things like that. So the November of 2017 Art Heart at the Hub, we raised money for Vision of Hope, and now we're back to trying to gain and raise money for We Are Zoe.
That's great. For those that aren't familiar with Art Heart, why don't you tell us what Art Heart is and how Art Heart operates, in producing events and so on and so forth.
So in producing events, there's literally a group of 3 of us. I gather the artists. I have so many different roles. Not just from curating, but from marketing, and Miguel Bravo helps us a great deal with marketing and promoting, and my husband does a lot of the design work.
Which is great.
Chad Neptune.
Yes. You do a great job, Chad.
So it's really just us and a lot of volunteers, and they're my close friends like Yami and Giovanna. And we somehow make it happen and pull it off,
So you're a 501c3.
Yes.
And then through the funds that you raise through the events, then you use those to distribute to support your choice of the nonprofits that you mentioned?
Yes, We Are Zoe.
Okay.
Awesome. Mainly focused on that, for the past 5 years.
Okay. And then, so tell us a little bit about what you have coming up at the Ally on October 6th?
So we have a collective of artists of about 25.
Wow.
4 or 5 of them are seasoned artists, and the rest are emerging. Some are showing, less than a handful are showing for the first time.
That's great.
You know, so being able to like witness that mix of upcoming and seasoned, it's really great to watch
and give the opportunity to both.
Yeah.
Can you tell us just a few of the folks that we can expect to see?
Baka's resident artists like Adewale, you see on the walls, and he's a resident artist here at Baka. He's doing an installation. We have Jen Walsh and Kelsey McQuaid. We have Bancroft Fitzgerald, who,
one of the most talented maze artists.
Yes. I'm really excited for him because he really needs to really branch out, and it's not that easy to find other curators that are producing, organizing these exhibits. So coming from Cafe Collective to an ally, I think it's a huge leap, and he's very talented, and I'd love to see him,
That literally is the next step. I mean, now he's being in the curated show, which is great. I had him at YOLO as part of the Choose954 Local Artist Discovery Series live art pop-up, and, great guy, great energy, can't say a bad thing about him. So I'm really grateful for you to give him that opportunity to show, and all of the artists participating are grateful for you giving them the opportunity to show. It's a beautiful space. Pompano has a lot of great things going on, and it's contributing to the overall movement. So kudos to you there. So you mentioned, some of the things that you've done and are continuing to do. Can you tell us the why behind why you got into this? Why you decided to get back in the regards that you have?
Yeah. So it's super simple. It's 2 parts. When I was exhibiting, there weren't a lot of opportunities, and I saw that there were artists that needed more guidance, and I wanted to raise money. That was my goal. Sell my works, give it to a charity, and that was impossible, and it was really difficult, and I gave up. I didn't really give up creating, but I gave up on the hope of trying to sell my works, because whatever it was I sold, it just wasn't enough. So I thought, why not put my own exhibit together? Really. I mean, the goal was, okay, let's raise money. All the artists will have a platform to show their work. And it just kind of instinctively and organically turned into this thing where I was guiding them, and we would all kind of just figure it out together step by step, like all the little details. And so
That's
I
amazing.
started Art Heart, and
that really is amazing. And one door closes, another door opens, and now you're able to give back and help more people. And art is a problem solver. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
It helps keeps us balanced, for us creatives. I mean, I definitely lack that.
No, but also too, like, you're not just with the nonprofit, but I also kind of like the fact that you've decided to go into Mass District in the hub, which is still, technically a burgeoning arts district. Decided to do a show in Ally, which is still burgeoning and still getting the word out, and that you're also leveraging these platforms, which are beautiful spaces within themselves, but these are, the kind of the next wave of the up-and-coming Broward cultural hubs and cultural institutions. With that said, and now that, that you have done a lot of stuff here in Broward, what is your thoughts and take on, like, the Broward arts landscape?
I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a little bubble, when I put these things together. I try to come out and see what else is happening, but I'm not as connected as I think I should be.
Well, you do have a lot of Broward artists.
I do.
And I feel personally the quality of their work and the breadth of their work is pretty good. As I mentioned, I'm a fan of Bancroft. I'm a fan of Kelsey's and Greg Durr's and a lot of the artists that you have. So I mean, you are bringing up some of the not just established artists like Kelsey, but some of the emerging artists like Bancroft as well. And that's what it really takes to cultivate this scene and to help the scene continue to emerge. And I don't know if we're ever going to be at the Miami level, but these are the steps that need to get taken. So
right, and sure. I mean, it's the Miami level. I'm not even comparing.
No,
I'm just trying to do what I do. This is where I live in Fort Lauderdale, and I just one day at a time. Honestly, I don't. I have a plan for next year, and that could totally fall through. You
Sure.
never know, but one event at a time,
Sure.
one exhibit at a time.
What are some of your goals or plans for the future?
So I'm working on an exhibit called Beautifully Broken. I've never done themed exhibits ever. I think it kind of limits the artist. That's just my take on it. But this theme is really dear to me. It surrounds mental health. I haven't shown in a long time, and I wanted to create a body of works for this. I was diagnosed bipolar, and I wanted to bring in an artist and several other artists that are local, but this one artist from the UK, Kim Noble, she's in her late 60s, diagnosed with DID, 20 personalities, and half her personalities have a distinct style. And so the plan is to bring Beautifully Broken here in Baca.
Great.
By October, I believe, and to continue the collective downstairs at Blooming Bean Coffee.
Great.
And to continue to move around, because that's what I've done. I never wanted to be stuck in one city. I wanted to continue to collaborate with different gallerists and business owners and draw a wider demographic. So that is the big plan. There may be a chance that Art Heart will be at the boat show next month.
Hey,
so
that'd be great.
Working on that.
Fingers crossed.
One thing at a time.
Okay. And if you didn't know about Baca or the Ally or Blooming Bean, we are in downtown Pompano in what is now the cultural hub of Pompano, the Bailey Arts Contemporary Center, right east of Dixie on Atlantic Boulevard. The first Friday night of the month, every month, you can find their quote-unquote art walk. It's called Old Town Untapped. Pompano has quite an interesting craft beer scene with like 6 breweries now and growing. So the local breweries come out and they tap their kegs and pass out beer samplings, hence Old Town Untapped, because this is Old Town Pompano. This used to be a hotel, I believe, a historic hotel back in the day. And it's a really cool space. One of our favorite local artists, Galen Todd Traxler, Todd the Artist, was one of the first residents here. Really proud and glad to watch the progression of his career out of this space. So if you haven't been, save the date for the first Friday night of every month for Old Town Untapped. Save the date for October the 6th.
This coming Saturday, from 6 to 11 p.m.
Which is just on the other side of Dixie, or just down the street at the Ally Cultural Arts Center. Jody Lashinsky, Kayla, Kay, everybody, the whole team here has done a really great job with creating a really great cultural center here with literally the addition of the Pompano Beach Cultural Center. So if you haven't been, you can find out all this on Choose954 on our event calendar. Anything else that you would want to mention to let the people know about? Stay tuned for. Where can they find you on social medias?
So on Instagram, it's ArtHeartFTL, and We have an Art Heart page on Facebook, and our website is artheart.gallery.
Awesome. And it'll be in the Choose954 Weekly Culture Roundup newsletter next week, which goes out Tuesday morning. A couple other things that you should stay tuned for. One of our favorite community events of the month, So Far Sounds. It's a Songs from a Room listening experience. It's going to take place Tuesday, October the 30th, the day before Halloween. Tickets always sell out very soon, and it's actually either invite only or you have to request access RSVP type of event. So please do sign up for their newsletter at sofarsounds.com for the Fort Lauderdale chapter. We're fortunate to have one of 400 chapters around the world here in Fort Lauderdale. Great platform for our local musicians to be able to play in an intimate setting where people are going to listen to the music, not just playing at a bar where, God knows what the scene is. Before then, on Thursday, October the 11th, we have one of our favorite storytelling events of the month, Raw Storytelling. Our good friend Eden Nolasco, Witchcraft Branding, hosts that at Cafe Collective, downtown Fort Lauderdale, for free every second Thursday night of the month. It's a great event. Come listen to True Stories Untold on stage. And the day after that, if you also like stories and getting inspired, we host AAF Creative Zen, which is a monthly breakfast lecture series. It's a mini TED Talk. We say it's for the creative community. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's creative. Free event, breakfast bites, coffee, an inspiring talk, one Friday morning a month. So that's another one to look forward to. And the last one I'll just mention for now, we're still doing our Choose954 Local Artist Discovery Series, live art pop-up every Wednesday at YOLO. We bring a different artist to live paint. We give them the canvas, easel, table. We do not charge them. We do not take a cut of their work. We market it. We make a flyer, give them a food tab. And we've been doing that now for the last 83 straight weeks.
Oh, wow.
So that's another way that we're able to connect local artists with the downtown, crowd, and ideally have these folks that might not have considered supporting local artists before have an opportunity to see a local artist creating, literally off of Las Olas, right in the heart of downtown. And we're really trying to push this support local art movement, which is really, vitally important for us to have a sustainable creative community, creative economy. If you want to find out how you can connect with the arts, you can reach out to me, Evan Snow, Choose954, Art Fort Lauderdale. Reach out to Katya, Art Heart. And don't ever hesitate to reach out if you want art in your lobby, if you want a mural in your house, if you want anything related to the arts, a commission, anything, art on a t-shirt. We have tons of local artists that are very talented. I would appreciate the opportunity to create for you, with you,